Okay, we're going to work on number 14 and try to factor this. The first thing that I want to make sure we have, or that we check for, is check and see if it has a GCF. Look at my numbers, 15s, 27, 6. They are all factorable by 3. On the side here, I'll make a little note of how we can check that. Hopefully you should see that 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 9 is 27, and 3 times 2 is 6. If you can't remember, we make the little T-charts. I'll make them kind of small here. 15, you start over here. 1 and 15, always start with 1. Go to 15. 2 doesn't go in there. 3 times 5. 4 doesn't work, and then it starts repeating. Then I have 27. 1, 27, 2 does not work, 3 and 9, 4 doesn't work, 5, 6, 7, 8, repeats, that's it. And then 6 is going to be 1 and 6, 2 and 3. The only like one they have, so it has to be the greatest, is 3. So I'm going to pull that 3 out, because that is my GCF. If they all had an X, I could pull that out too, but these do not have, this one does not have an X. So 3 times 5, 3 times 5x squared would be 15x squared. Then for the 27, we have 3 times 9, 9x. 3 times negative 9x would be negative 27x. And then for the 6, I need a negative 2. 3 times negative 2 would be negative 6. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to box factor what's in the parentheses. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to draw my perfect box shape. I immediately know that I can put in my top left and bottom right boxes, 5x squared. And then the bottom right will be negative 2. Now I need to figure out my peanut values. My peanut values are these 2 boxes right here. What's going to go in these 2 boxes? I got to figure that out. They're going to be like terms. So I'm going to, for my peanut values here, I'm going to multiply negative 2 times 5, and I get negative 10. I'm going to take that negative 10 off to the side, and I'm going to factor it. Let's see what we get when we factor it. I go with 1. I always start with 1. 1 times what is negative 10? Negative 10. 2. 2 times negative 5. 3 does not work. 4 does not work. 5. I have not used 5. I have used negative 5. 5 times negative 2. You can see the semi-repeatingness there. I know the next one's going to be 10 and negative 1, and I'm going to be done. What we need to do next is we are going to try to find negative 9. Where do these add up to? Negative 9. So 1 plus negative 10 is negative 9. There it is. 2, this is negative 3, positive 3, and positive 9. You can see relationships there whenever they're negative. So now that we found our negative 9, our matching one, these are the numbers we're going to use. This is going to be 1x, and this is going to be negative 10x. It does not matter where you put them. They will end up in the same place. You'll end up with the same factors. What we're going to do next is we're going to take the GCF. We only take the GCF straight up like this. That's the only GCF we need to take. 1x and 5x squared. The only thing they have in common is an x. They have nothing else in common. Now, to figure out what's left on this left side, that first area right here, what do I need to multiply x by to get 5x squared? It needs to be, 5x. Now, what do I need to multiply there to get 1x? Well, 1. And up here, how do I get negative 10x? It needs to be negative 2. And at the very end of my last box, I check it. Negative 2 times 1 should be negative 2, and we have negative 2. So my factors now are 5x plus 1 and x minus 2. The last thing that we have to do is plug everything in. At the very beginning, we took this greatest common factor out. We just put it in front of our factors. That's the answer.